How can the UDL tenet of engagement be implemented in the curriculum? My name is Sasha Goodrich. I am a TLET student, and I will be discussing the UDL tenet of engagement and how it can be incorporated into the curriculum. The Universal Design for Learning framework addresses the barriers to learning within instructional environments. It is also an approach for designing flexible learning environments and accessible content. There are three tenets of the Universal Design for Learning. These are the multiple means of engagement, the multiple means of representation, and the multiple means of action and expression. For this presentation, the engagement principle will be the focus of the presentation. The tenet of engagement focuses on the why of learning. How can the learning environment or the curriculum be designed or developed to ensure learners are motivated, resourceful, knowledgeable, strategic, and goal-oriented? And how can the content be designed to elicit positive emotions from the students? The tenet of engagement has three principles. These are the provide options for recruiting interest, provide options for sustaining effort and persistence, and provide options for self-regulation. The RAISE model will be used to design the curriculum. RAISE is the acronym for Resources, Activity, Support, and Evaluation. The RAISE model is a student-centered approach designed to designing a course that focuses on student engagement and meeting the needs of students via technology. It supports a constructivist learning environment where the learning is centered around activities that support knowledge construction instead of knowledge transmission. In this way, the RAISE model supports the UDL framework. The implications of using the RAISE model in the design means that the RAISE model supports a learning environment that focuses on students learning how to learn, where they engage in active learning activities. They will also be able to examine and experience from multiple perspectives and find multiple solutions. Students will be engaged in social learning, where students work with others through collaboration. They will also be engaged in deep thinking and in-depth learning, where students go beyond the surface and memorization to construct their own knowledge, developing their cognitive ability. Research indicates that all these factors identified lead to student engagement. How was this done? The resources developed sought to provide individual choice and autonomy, relevance, value, and authenticity, and ways to minimize threats and distractions. The implications for the resources meant that not only one resource was to be utilized in the development of the curriculum, but a variety of resources such as textbooks, PDFs, websites, podcasts, videos, video demonstrations, to name a few. Textbooks, where textbooks were used, audio versions would have been provided where possible. Scripts would have been provided for the videos, and all resources were to be culturally relevant to the students. In the development of the activity, various assignments with different levels of challenge were utilized. Students had the options of completing the activity using various ways and different tools. Guided practice was afforded for the activity. Adequate time was allocated to work and apply the concepts. Active participation and collaboration was part of the activity, and the students had options to work alone with a partner in a group, and the activity had to be culturally relevant. In terms of providing support, which is related to the self-regulation principle of engagement, support sought to reduce frustration and anxiety among the students and develop their coping skills and strategies. The implication for development of the curriculum meant that personalized messages, checklists, learning inventory, frequently asked questions, the help forums, peer support through collaborations like online discussions or discussion forums, and peer assessment during collaborative effort, as well as tutor contact hours where tutors can discuss any issues or queries with the students were provided. The evaluations in the course will use a variety of different assessments at different levels of challenge. For example, blogs, online presentation, peer assessments, reflections, essays, or to name a few. And all these assessments will be based on rubrics so that the students can understand the criteria of the assessments or what is expected by the tutors. The students will engage in self and peer assessments, as well as all assessments would be given feedback from the tutors for the students to understand where they fell down and where they can improve. In addition, the assignments or the assessments will be based on formative assessments, which will be a series of small assessments to develop the skill level and not a formal big examination. The RAISE model was used to develop the curriculum with the UDL principle of engagement in mind. Thank you for watching the presentation.